How far is the IRS willing to go? And how long will people put up with it? We will get answers to those questions right now. On the line with me is Craig Bergman. He is president of Patriots for Christ, also a nationally syndicated radio talk show host. And I followed him quite a bit on Facebook and on Twitter, and he's quite an extraordinary individual for sure. Craig, thank you so much for stopping by South Georgia today.
Hey, my pleasure.
You have to be one of the most busiest guys in the country as you are promoting your movie Unfair, exposing the IRS. How has that trip been so far?
Well, we did a 33-day tour of the country on a motor coach back in September and October, and now we are in post-production through the winter, and we hope to have our raw cut ready to go out in January for our release date on tax day, April 15th, 2014.
When a lot of people think about the IRS, a lot of people automatically think about paperwork and bureaucracy. You guys are trying to make a bigger point about this movie and the IRS.
Well, we're trying to make the moral case that a free people should not tolerate such a tyrannical entity and that it should be abolished, kind of like Obamacare. We don't want to fix the IRS. We want to send it to its political graveyard once and for all.
We've heard about this latest story about millions and millions of fraudulent tax refunds that have been sent out by the IRS. What can you tell me about that?
Well, I can tell you that is the tip of an iceberg. That is just a tiny fraction of the fraud and abuse that happens with the system, and it's the same problem you have with leftists anywhere. They don't really care about voting IDs. They don't really care about tax IDs. For them, they are all following the Cloward-Piven plan, which is to break the system so they can remold it into their utopian image.
Speaking of that system, there's a lot of people that get audited each year. Who are those people? We've heard in the news about Tea Party groups being audited, but are there more than just Tea Party groups that are being audited on a regular basis that don't need to be?
Yes. In fact, it's not just a political weapon, which is horrific enough to consider when you understand that a weapon used like that. See, the IRS, in principle, before it does anything unethical, immoral, or political, it violates the First, Fourth, Fifth, Seventh, Eighth, and 10th Amendments to the Constitution just by its mere existence.
The movie is called Unfair, Exposing the IRS. Craig Bergman joins us once again to talk all about it. You have mentioned, I think you've mentioned this in other radio interviews and also on Fox News, is that, they have quite an arsenal, the IRS. They can break into your home. They can do a number of things that any average citizen or group or authority out there can't do. They have a lot of authority that most people don't even know about.
Well, they have extrajudicial powers. I mean, we talk about the 7th and 8th Amendments. The Constitution very clearly says, in any matter of dispute of $20 or more, you have the right to a trial by a jury of your peers, and in any matter with the government, you have the right to be presumed innocent, and the burden of proof is on the government. Try any of those two when dealing with the IRS. There's no jury involved. There's no burden of proof except on you. They say you owe us $300, $35, $35,000, $3 million. Doesn't matter what the figure is they give you. All the burden is on you. All the cost is on you. And that is a violation of natural law in and of itself.
Well, the movie is called Unfair, Exposing the IRS. When will we be able to see this in theaters?
It'll be in 2,000 screens across the country, tax day, April 15th, 2004. And folks can follow us on our Facebook page. Like you mentioned, we're friends on Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/unfair the movie.
And this is an extraordinary film, too. I understand the same people that put together 2016 are also involved in the film and how it's all put together.
Yes, John Sullivan, who was the co-director and producer for 2016 Obama's America, is our executive producer. And just for some inside film talk, in case your audience is interested in such things, we're going to have him a rough cut right before Christmas, and then he's going to do his kind of magic to it and tell us, hey, I would change this. Let's move this pacing a little faster here. Let's slow it down here. He's going to give us his Hollywood take on it. After Christmas, in January, we're going to make those changes to the film, and then we're going to be ready to start taking it around for private screenings in the early spring, late winter, way before the release date.
Sounds awesome. Craig Bergman, this movie, it's called Unfair, Exposing the IRS. Craig, thank you so much for stopping by today.
Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure.